Have you ever wondered how you can improve your English just by listening to stories? Today, we've got a thrilling story that will not only keep you on the edge of your seat, but also help you learn useful English in a fun and easy way. You'll hear words and structures that are perfect for your level, and by the end of the story, you'll realize how much you've learned without even trying. Ready to dive in? Let's go! If you enjoy this story, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, and turn on notifications so you can get more exciting English lessons like this one. Now, let's get into the adventure. It was late in the evening when a tired man, named Jack, stepped out of his car and walked into the hotel lobby. He had been traveling all day for business, and all he wanted was a good night's sleep. The receptionist smiled at him as he approached the desk. She handed him a key card and said, "Your room is on the 5th floor, room 502. Have a nice stay." Jack thanked her and walked toward the elevator. The building was quiet. The only sound was the soft hum of the elevator as it carried him up to the 5th floor. When the doors opened, Jack stepped out, looked down the hallway, and walked toward room 502. He slid the key card into the door's lock, and the light turned green. Jack pushed the door open, expecting to see the usual hotel room, neat and clean, with a bed, a desk, and a television. But something was wrong. The room didn't look like his. The furniture was different. There was a big couch, a small coffee table, and a painting on the wall that he didn't recognize. It was much fancier than his usual room. Jack frowned, confused. Maybe they made a mistake. He decided to check the key card again. It still said, room 502. Strange, Jack thought. He stepped further into the room and looked around. He put his suitcase on the floor and noticed something even stranger. The clothes on the bed weren't his. There was a jacket, a scarf, and a pair of shoes that looked brand new. Then, he noticed the window. The view outside was completely different from the one he had seen earlier. Instead of looking out over the parking lot, he could see a beautiful city skyline in the distance, with lights shining in the night. "What's going on?" Jack muttered to himself. "This isn't my room." But the key worked. The door opened for him. So how could this be? Suddenly, he heard footsteps in the hallway outside. Someone was coming. Jack quickly hid behind the curtain and waited, holding his breath. He felt like he was in a spy movie. A man walked past the door and stopped in front of the room across the hallway. He was carrying a suitcase. He looked at the door, then looked at the room number on the wall, and seemed to hesitate for a moment. Jack could see that he was confused too. The man stood there for a few seconds before walking away. Jack didn't know what to think. Why had that man looked at the door like that? Still feeling uneasy, Jack decided to leave the room. He grabbed his suitcase and walked back to the elevator, but as he reached the door to the hallway, he realized something else. The hallway lights flickered. It was a small thing, but it added to the strange feeling in his gut. Jack returned to the lobby, his heart racing. He didn't want to go back to the mysterious room, but he couldn't explain what had happened. He walked up to the receptionist, who was still sitting at her desk, smiling as usual. "Excuse me," Jack said. "I think there's been a mistake. The room I got doesn't look right. It's not my usual type of room." The receptionist raised an eyebrow and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Let me check for you." She typed something into the computer and looked at the screen. Then, her expression changed. "I'm afraid I don't see any mistake, sir," she said, sounding puzzled. "Your room is indeed 502. Jack frowned. confused and a little frustrated. "But it's not the same room I had last time I stayed here," he insisted. "This one looks completely different." She glanced back at the screen. "The room hasn't been changed, sir. Maybe you were just tired when you checked in." Jack's frustration grew. "I'm sure the room is wrong. Can you check again?" The receptionist smiled and handed him a new key card. "Here, maybe this will help. Room 502. This is the only room we have for you tonight." With a sigh, Jack took the new key and made his way back to the elevator. This time, he felt like something wasn't right. The building seemed eerily quiet. When he reached the 5th floor again, the hallway felt even darker, and the lights flickered again. Jack walked slowly toward the door of room 502, heart pounding. When he opened the door, he gasped. The room was exactly the same as before. Same fancy furniture. Same clothes on the bed. Same strange view. He stepped inside and looked around, more confused than ever. But then something caught his eye, a small envelope on the desk. It was addressed to Mr. Jack. His hands shook as he opened it. Inside, he found a note. "Welcome to your new room, Jack. The hotel staff is watching." As Jack read the note, his heart skipped a beat. He realized that there was more going on than he could understand. Could he trust the hotel? Was this all just a strange mistake, or was there something more sinister happening? And then, as if on cue, the lights flickered one last time, and the door slammed shut behind him. Are you curious about how much English you've learned through this story? Let's take a moment to reflect on some of the useful phrases and structures you've picked up. Words like keycard, receptionist, heart-pounding, and flickered, all simple but incredibly useful for everyday conversations. You may have noticed how we use certain verbs and nouns together, like open the door, look around, and step inside. This is the power of learning English through stories. Want more exciting stories like this? Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the video, and hit the bell icon for notifications so you never miss a new lesson. Share this story with your friends, and leave a comment below telling us what you think happened next in the hotel. If you leave 3 comments and your Telegram ID, we'll send you a special VIP English Guide PDF to help you improve even more. Also, check out our Telegram group, where you can find English-speaking partners to practice with. The link is in the description. Remember, every day, we upload new educational videos and stories to keep your learning journey fun and engaging. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join us on this adventure toward mastering English. See you tomorrow.